Good morning. Welcome to the June 11th Makers and Movers podcast. How are you doing today, folks? Today we're all going to talk about a fun little subject of nobody knows what you sell and it's costing you. Pretty sure we have all been in that where we sell everything, right? And nobody really knows what we do. It's one of these things when we look at it, it's like we know our products are great, we know our prices are fair, but people just still will scroll past us. They'll ghost our messages, or the best one of all. I didn't know you did that. I mean, this all sounds familiar. At least it does to me. Let me know if it sounds familiar to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of look at fixing the real problem that's holding businesses back, and it's those confusing messages. Because people, if people don't understand what you sell or why it matters, they won't buy, right? They're, no matter how amazing our stuff is, they're just not going to buy. So, we're going to go over ways that you can, how to describe your offer clearly, uh, why benefits sell better than features, how too many options can confuse customers, how we can use photos to sell without words, and then the little nugget of one call to action rule that we all need to follow. So if you're in and down for this, let me know in the comments. Now, if it's your first time here, a long time here, I need to know who you are, where you're from, what the weather's like in your area, and what's in your cup. It's going to be like 90 some degrees today. We've got a tropical vibe Celsius that's just about done. Switching over to a peach vibe. That's what we're rocking with here this morning. And this was something that we were looking at. We've got that. Oh, your 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? Now, I've been going through my list and things that I need. We've got DTF that needs to get done. Temporary tattoos. We put those on. You know what? Let me grab that link, and I'll put that link in the comments there for you. We had temporary tattoos on our old site, and so we now have moved over to the Shopify site. So you're able to go there, check that out, and see those. We put that up there. So we've got a couple of orders for temporary tattoos that we're going to get out today. Follow-ups, I've already working on that of getting follow-up emails, and I see why I was on this one just replied, so we've got that. So where were we? Got DTF, temporary tattoos, follow-ups. I've got some meetings this afternoon, and I've got to, which one am I really gonna do? I've got to order supplies, so that way they'll be here this week. So those are my 5 that we're going to do. So I'd love to hear your 5 things that you're going to accomplish. And remember, sharing's caring. You have a group, you have a following. I don't even care if it's just one person. Go like, subscribe, and share. Sharing's caring. Let's get the message out there for it. And we'll check in this morning and see how people are doing. Barb, look at that. I'm going to peek over Barb's one. Good morning, North Central Minnesota, 60 and sunny, water in the cup, 5 things, quotes, 3D printing, schedule customer pickups, work on business, Willcom embroidery webinar, and work on laser storage. It is right. It is Wednesday. It is work on your business Wednesday. If you're in our mentorship community, we have calls Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A half hour after this at 9:30 a.m. And then Wednesday we have a Zoom room that's just open so you can work on the business together. You have other people that are there with you. Now with that, you just got to go click the link down below, sign up. We'll get you over there in it. We're starting the process of getting the new community put together. So hopefully by the end of the month that is taken care of. Could be faster, but that's my goal, is by the end of the month we're moving off Discord and we'll move into that. Way easier to manage, way easier to follow things and search for things. All videos will be over there. It'll be a great thing. Linda, hey, hot tea in the cup, 75 and cloudy, 5 things. 1, process photos, 2, engrave, 3, bookkeeping, 4, 3D print, 5, process order. Good day there for Linda. Donnie's checking in. Good morning. Water and Profi, 66 degrees, have web stores to build, art to process, house to clean. Not a bad day. Renee, good morning. 72 on the way to 93. All right. Water and bottle and coffee in the cup. Hello, Linda, Barb, and Tanya. And Tanya says, yep, I didn't know you were here. Really? Been in biz since 2006, at this location since 2015. Yeah. I didn't. And it's even better when it's your friends that do that, right? When it's your friends that say, I didn't know you made shirts. Really? Okay. T-shirt Todd here. Yep. Did not know we made shirts. T Hunter, good morning from North Carolina, 77 and rising. Sunny, water pending. I have to drink more. Yes, drink lots of water. I usually will have one or two of these, and then I switch over to my 40 ouncer, and then I pound the water. Sublimation hat, graduation mouse pad. 3, crying about my tumbler press. Oh no, what happened to your tumbler press? Overstock designs. And 5 is repeat 4. I'll dig it. And then we got the link in there so you can go check out the temporary tattoo sheets. Then there is, I'll send out an email. I think it comes out later today. But we just did a new blog post on temporary tattoos too that you can check out over on the website. So, you know what? I bet I think it's already posted. I'm going to go look. And if that's already posted, then I'll link to that and you can read that. And yes, it is posted. So we will go copy this, we will put this over here, and we'll get into today's stuff. So links are in the share your referral link. Why is that saying share my referral link? Do we have a new referral link? StreamYard changed up some stuff, so we're gonna see what's there. Oh yeah, look at that. If you're looking StreamYard, looking level up StreamYard, now you get $10 discount by using that. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind that stuff. It's okay. Affiliate links, they help keep the lights and mics on for people. It doesn't cost you anything to use affiliate links. Remember that. It doesn't cost you anything. And the people that's given to you, they make a few pennies on it. The percentage are usually 1 to 2, 3, 5% tops. So hey, you can use an affiliate link of your friend. Go ahead and use those. We got quite a few of them. All right. So I say we get into this. Are you ready to get into this? I think I'm ready to get into it because we've got a busy day ahead of us today. And as we go through this, if you've got questions, comments, concerns, make sure to post them. Put them down here for that so we know what's going on with you. All right. You can do that. So like I said, nobody knows what you sell and it's costing you. You've got great products. Your quality is solid. People say they love your work, but sales are slow. Your posts aren't converting, and your website isn't getting clicks. So, before we start blaming ads, we start blaming email things that don't work. We got to ask ourselves: do people understand what we sell and why they need it? We're going to talk about how we can fix our message, because if our offer is unclear, our audience won't ask questions, right? They'll just walk away. So let's clean it up. Excuse me. And get back to make money, right? We want to be making money. That's what we want. So number 1, when we go through these things, can you say what you do in 5 words or less? Can you? Can you say what you're doing in 5 words or less? I mean, that's kind of a tall order to do, right? I mean, if somebody finds your page, can they immediately tell what you offer? Most makers have descriptions like, custom boutique, handmade goods specializing in personal expression, which sounds awesome, but tells the customer nothing at all. So we need to be specific. We need to be simple. We want it as simple as I make team shirts. I sell laser cut gifts. We sell spiritware. I help schools raise money. Not a vague sentence salad. Okay. So, an example is, somebody updates their Instagram bio from creative customizations for all occasions to personalized gifts, tumblers, and shirts. See, now we know. Hey, they personalize shirts, they personalize tumblers, they personalize gifts. Another good example is someone renames their Facebook page from Inspired by Your Creations to Custom Apparel by Jen. Like, it tells them what they're doing, right? We have the name, but can we add something to it? Can we have our name for our business page, but what else can we do that? Team store specialist. These are things as we're going through and we're researching our business and what we need to change, we're making changes, and that's what we're presenting to you. We're not telling you to do anything that we're not going to do because we need to do the same thing. We fall in that same spot. So one of the things that we all get stuck in is that we need to stop listing the features and talk about the benefits. When we look at it, we have those kind of stock, those stock description of things. 15-ounce coffee mug with full wrap sublimation in high res print quality. I mean, it sounds good, but most buyers, you know what they're thinking? Well, this would be a good gift. Will my teacher friend cry when she opens this? They're like, well, what does all of that mean? Full wrap sublimation, high, huh? What? Huh? So we need to shift our messaging from what the product is to why it matters. The emotion sells. We know this. We know that people buy with emotion. They just don't buy with the specs. Ooh, yay, 15-ounce coffee mug. That's what it's a coffee mug. They don't do that. So, one of the things that we're looking at is when we're going through our SEO of our website and how we can change things up is that, when we post things, DTF transfer, hot peel, 12 by 12. All right. I gave the description of it just fine. All right, great. But what if we change that to make money fast? This transfer is ready to press and will sell in minutes. So we change that up, right? We're changing that up to the benefit. What is the benefit to them? Maybe, somebody who is into lasers, they make that shift from laser cut 1/8 inch birch sign to your entryway just got an upgrade. This sign adds a cozy personality to your home. See? Changing it up. Playing with the emotions. We're getting things out there. So what you could do is go into one of your listings, whether that's on your website, on your Etsy store, on your Pinterest, wherever you're selling your platforms at, just rewrite one of your listings or social media posts today to lead with the benefit, not the specs. So for us, we're going to do that with temporary tattoos today. We're going to show that off. We're going to the benefits of it, the things that they can do with it, and how the different scenarios with that. That's something that we're going to add it to the site. Let's put some stuff out there so people know that we did it, and we can add more things to it. Now, number 3 is let's not confuse them with tons of options, right? Because too many choices equal no decision. When your order form looks like a Cheesecake Factory menu, or your DM, your post says DM me to customize in 37 colors, dude, the customers just check out. Clarity equals conversation. Let me say that again. Clarity equals conversation. So offer your top 1 to 3 options clearly. If they want custom after that, they'll ask. But don't lead with something that is really going to overwhelm them. We don't want that. An example is somebody stops posting, 12 color shirt options at once, and instead just promotes a summer favorite style with 3 of those colors, right? And you can put additional colors available. We're just gonna clarify that message on it. Maybe another one will create a 1-page order form with just 2 bundles on it, your basic and your deluxe. Here's the stuff with it. You're getting this or this. Sales will go up, questions will go down. Instead of having 800 things on there, we've got it down to 2. So when we're doing things, what we can do is, go edit one of our product descriptions or service listings and remove anything that isn't essential to that decision, right? We just want it to be clear, straight to the point for it. The next thing we do is we can show before we get into 4 and 5. Do I have any questions, comments, concerns, things like that in here? It doesn't look like that. Quiet bunch this morning. I'll take it. Remember, let me know how these sound to you. Interaction rules the world, or something like that. I need your comments. That helps me. That helps me know what I'm doing. If I'm on the right path for things. Okay, show before you tell, because most buyers are visual. If they can't see it, they don't get it. Right? Your photos, mock-ups, and examples should do the heavy lifting before you even write the word out. Right? Clear visuals are going to equal less explaining and equal faster sales. So you could add a side by side image of before and after. customization, like that's how it works. Like, hey, here is a blank tumbler. Do I have a blank one? I don't have a blank one here. If I had a blank one, I could take a picture of a blank one like this, and then I do another one with this on it, right? Ooh, super simple, super easy things before and after. And what happens when they do that? Hey, can I get one of those for my niece? Can I get one of those for my aunt? Can I get one of those for my mom? You know, um, maybe something else that we can look at is, can we create a single post with all of your best sellers, shown in real life use? It saves time, and it'll drive more people than just the individual listings. If you're somebody who does, signs, whether those are, wooden signs, engraved signs, plaques, can you take your top sellers and just create a single image? Top spring sellers, top sellers going into summer. Can we put that in here? When we get new updates from our vendors as far as products, hot new products available, and we have that in there for it. What can we do to show off what we can do all in one post for it? So if you're able to, and you can find it, here's what you can do is you take those and you create a post today, with those images, your top 3, your top 5 products that are selling. Create a post with each one of those in there and showing them off. This is gonna make it easy for people. This is gonna make it easy for people to see what's possible to them. And then finally, we have to give them one thing to do next. So many times I see this, and it just, I've done it. I've done it, and I am trying to get better and better at it, and I need to reprogram myself at it. But, confused messaging often ends with no link, no direction, no next step. That's where the interest dies. Every post, every page, every conversation needs that call to action. Everything that you put out there needs to have something on it. It doesn't matter if it's shop now, comment for details, DM for more information, join my list for first dibs, order here, whatever it needs to be clear and confident with it. It could be as simple as, comment yes for the link to this product. You put that in every video, every image that you do. Hey, comment yes for the link. Okay, we're getting those things posted for it. Maybe just in your email stuff. Hey, need help choosing? Just hit reply and we'll walk you through it. Like, let's ask them to do something. We have to tell them what to do. So what we need to come up with is just that one clear CTA, the call to action. And we need to use that in every single post that we do for the next week. No exceptions. Every single post that we make related to our business needs to have a clear call to action. Order, shop, more information. It needs to have something with it. Because at the end of the day, when we're wrapping this all up, confusion kills sales. It just does. We don't need better pricing. We just need better clarity with things. So how can we do this? We can say what we do in plain words. We can focus on benefits, not the features. We can offer fewer, clearer choices. We can show before we explain. And we always give them a next step and tell them what to do. All right? So when we start cleaning up our messaging, the money should start getting easier. Simple, easy things to do, and we will be able to rock and roll to the next thing. Let me know questions, comments, concerns, anything with that. Ramona, thanks for checking in. I generally watch the rewind, but I made the live today. Very nice, Ramona. Yeah, make sure we watch the live team replay that's in there for it. And Helly and Ramona from Barb, and hey, Renee, Linda, and Tanya from Barb. So looking at the rest of this week, let me pull up the schedule and see what we got. Friday's show, we are going to talk about, doing too much, how to know what to drop and what to double down on, because, one of the reasons that Ocho is our mascot is because it feels like we're juggling 8 things at once all the time. And so, we're trying to get, a little better with that. Actually, we're trying to get a lot better with that. So that's going to be the talk on Friday, and then on Friday we'll be able to tell you what's going on next week. I'm trying to plan these out better. I'm trying to put them here on schedule them all out so that we can do it. It just helps me out with it. Now we do these every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure to like and subscribe. The biggest thing is sharing and commenting after the fact. If you're watching this after the fact, team replay, put that down there in the comments. If you have any, show topics that you want to talk about, any ideas, any questions, use the comments. We check, we reply, we do all those with it. Now we have our mentorship call it starting in 9:30. So I'm going to get a couple things done before we go start that up. You can find the link to that down below in the description for this. And Ramona says, I'm developing a product line and it's like starting over. Find your conversations very helpful in building. I love that, Ramona. I love that. Thank you very much for that. I find your embroidery work very inspiring. Like I have no need for an embroidery machine. We talked about this, right? I have no need for an embroidery machine, but damn, if I don't want one, just to learn more and make content with it. So I'm looking at you, SWF. Send me a machine and let's see what we can do with it. All right. With that, you guys have an amazing day. We'll be back here Friday. Until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you then.